Okay, so I'm reading the introduction. Dorothy is lost. She can feel it as soon as she wakes up, rubs the sleep from her eyes, and looks around. Her surroundings are not familiar, which causes her to become anxious, confused, fearful, and longing for home in an instant, and wondering just how in the world did she get here from there. What else becomes clear from the onset is that she will not be able to find her way back home without some help. It's home she's looking for, where she knows she belongs, and nothing else matters at that moment except that truth. In the stage adaptation of the movie The Wizard of Oz, Stephanie Mills, Black American actor and recording artist who plays the role of Dorothy, steps onto the stage and into the spotlight, marked especially for her. There she opens her mouth, singing for all she's worth, the words of the song Home, written for the Broadway production. When I think of home, I think of a resting place, a place of peace, quiet, and serenity. When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. And oh, if you're listening, God, please don't make it hard to know if we should believe in the things we see. Tell us, should we try and stay, or will it be better to just let things be? Let them be. Written by Charlie Smalls. A mere song for a hit stage production, or a prayer prayed for those of us who have lost our way along this path called life, looking for our very own yellow brick road that promises to deliver us to someone somewhere who promises to get us back on the right path back home. Much like the character of Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, I have longed for home and what it means to be in the company of a safe abode. It's been the slow but sure waking up to this realization the last few years, which has allowed me the opportunity to see life differently than I had seen it before. For so many years, I saw my life through the lens of a broken and wounded spirit. There was a time not so far from here when the stench of lost joys, hopes, and dreams lingered in the air of my existence. Looking back over my shoulder now, I can see clearer and better, accepting that those moments of loss were allowed and used to gently yet persistently guide me, sometimes screaming and hollering along the way to a whole new and different definition of hearth and home. These times have given me pause to think, while I have had to reevaluate the word home again and again these last few years in South Africa, this land of my adoption. And with each passing day of this time, I have been in the process of learning to embrace this one profound truth, that home is more than a location. The true meaning of home is much more than the address or the contents within. After all, Luther and Dion got it right when they sang, "A house is not a home, a chair is still only a chair." Home is indeed a safe place for the heart to abide. Somewhere along the way, my own yellow brick road experience, from then to now, I began to lose touch with the simple yet profound truth that says, the truest essence of home is an accumulation of memories tied neatly together with the rich lessons of early childhood development. On the way back home, the journey has also included my very own personal tin men, lions, and scarecrows, who showed up and stayed in the form of family members, rich and abiding friendships, and those relationships that come for a season, personal or professionally, and leave their mark for the good. I was given to and led back to those who really, without reservation, loved me, accepted me, cheered me on, celebrated me, and corrected me when correcting was the most appropriate measure needed to give, when I got too big for my britches, as my grand-aunt Ruth would say. I would like to take this opportunity to share with you, the reader, this collection of memories, those abiding places where my heart found its peace and rest. I would learn to agree that home is where you are properly looked after, nurtured and cared for, while passing on to you the tools of wisdom and grace, much like a baton is passed along in a relay race, guiding you to do the same for those who will soon follow them. These tools are more easily described as gifts. These gifts would present themselves in significant life-defining moments, custom-made and designed just for me, as a pledge of loyalty taken between a sister friend and myself on the busy streets of New York. The gift of acceptance given to me by my new Zulu uncle-in-law in the new land of my adoption. The gift of a kiss planted on each of my cheeks as a gesture of welcome from an elderly statesman, once a prisoner and now the former president of the Republic of South Africa. The gift of a surprise birthday celebration given to me at a time when celebrating seemed like the last thing I should be doing, by a new mentor and friend divinely called in to assist me at the next stage of my journey. These are moments wrapped in my heart and soul, freely given to me by people, places, and occasions that have carried me through, held me tight, and given me pause to reflect. They all represent the very essence of home to me. Home sees, hears, and speaks. It's every bit of everything that God intends for us to embrace through his birth angels, set to walk alongside us. As the tin men, lions, and scarecrows sent without asking on this earth journey on the way to a prepared place. Home in its purest form delivers the gifts of life, the gift of wisdom, compassion, and courage. They remain even after you are gone. By their fruits they will be known. Gifts of loyalty, uncompromising belief, unconditional love, with no strings. Home extends an invitation to breathe and exhale as you lift your voice in 100 amens. Let it be, so let it be.
Mm.